Hey guys, hi Christine, hi Manfred, hi Douglas, nice to see you all. Yeah, I'm here. Thought I'd go live. I'm doing some practice on my isabai because that is the handpan that I'm taking away with me next week. And I don't play it so often these days because I've been addicted to my C-sharp Lunaria, my pygmy, from Alaya handpans. And I've been neglecting it a little bit, so I need to do some practice because I'm going to be performing with it. Yeah, cool. How's everybody doing? I leave after that, which I think the last day of Pantasia is like the 20th of May, something like that. I haven't booked a flight yet. Oh, Christine asked a good question. How do you determine which handpan you take on tour? Oh my goodness. It's so difficult. This is the one that I've kind of been taking for a while. I feel like I'm quite dark. Am I quite dark? Shall we lighten things up a little bit? Let's lighten things up a little bit. I've been taking the Sabai for a couple of years simply because this was kind of the first really versatile, really nice instrument that I got, and that I ended up writing on a lot and singing with a lot. And that was what most of my set was. You know, I wanted to not just play handpan, but sing and sing with the audience. And this is what allowed me to do that the most. So this is what I would take. And then I kind of just rely on there being D curds everywhere, because a lot of my set is also on the D curd, and I like to play the two together. So I just have to hope, because most of what I do is at handpan events. So usually there are other handpan people around with D minors. However, that might change. I'm coming to the US again in September. I haven't fully planned it yet, so I haven't announced anything yet. But I think I'm going to bring a different instrument. I think I might actually bring the pygmy, because I've fallen in love with it so much. And I can sing more in a more comfortable range with that one. But the reason I'm taking this one on this tour is because I'm going to Australia with Rosie. And a lot of what we play together, we both have isabais. A lot of our set together is on these instruments. So our plan is, we don't want to take too much with us. So our plan is to take my isabai, borrow an isabai from Tim Tom Celestial Sound, a maker over in Australia, because he has an identical one to her instrument. So we're going to borrow that. She's going to bring a D curd. So we have kind of everything between us. We can't jam when we're on our own because we have two out of tune instruments. Yeah, we can borrow and make it work. That's the plan. But yeah, it's stressful deciding what instrument to bring. It's really stressful, and as well teaching. Like last year, a lot of my tour involved teaching, and it's so much easier to teach on D curd because everybody's got D curd. But I perform with the sabai, and I'm only little. I can only bring one pan, and so I brought this. So then teaching was just a nightmare. But yeah, you have to just weigh it up. Yeah. I need to remember our pieces. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. I need to practice. It's okay, we're going to have lots of time. If you want to hear a version of that, that's much better. Check it out. It's called First Again by Porter Banda. Yes, Christine. Yes, Rosie and I are touring together. We'll be in Australia for a month in the Melbourne area. And then there's Festival Panos in Australia. And then there's another festival in New Zealand, Kiwi Fest, Kiwi Pan, Kiwi something. And then we come very, very briefly to LA just for Pantasia for the weekend, and then we go again. But in September, it'll just be me. I'm coming on my own in September, and I'll be in the East Coast area, so maybe I'll get to see you at some point. I'm coming to the Women's Super Bloom Festival. Shh, don't tell anybody. I haven't announced it yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell Instagram that we're all here hanging out, and it would be cool if Instagram folks joined us. So, smile, I guess. That's me. I'm smiling. Yeah, if you have any handpan related questions, do let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and practice. Yeah, for a little bit. I've been editing. How do I find myself on here? I've been spending my last couple of days editing a lot of videos ready for while I'm away to just kind of keep ticking over. So I still have videos coming out every Monday, as per usual. But yeah, this is kind of the mad rush to just get everything done before I go. But I'm fed up of sitting in front of the computer screen, so I'm going to sit in front of the computer screen, but play handpan with you guys, hopefully. And if you've got a pan with you and you fancy a jam, let me know. And if I happen to have the same scale, then we can jam together. I can get that scale out. I don't have my C sharp with me. I don't have my my pygmy with me, unfortunately, because it is at home. How do I share a link? Why isn't it letting me do things? Instagram is being strange. Oh, it's because I'm making a reel. I don't know how these things work. That's my face. All right, here we go. Doom da 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 doom. Doom da da doom doom da da doom doom dum doom boom boom da da doom doom ba da doom doom la da 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 da. Join me. Sorry, this is taking a really long time, I realize. Okay, I'm back in the room. Sorry for ignoring you and staring at my phone. Which handpan, asks, which handpan is better for meditation? Recently, for meditation, I've been enjoying pygmies, low pygmies. I find that the ones for me personally that are least useful for meditation, I find are the harmonic minors, the like Hijazes, Desert Rose, that kind of thing. I can really get in the flow state with those, which is similar. But that's more for me personally as a player. But for helping others meditate as well, I find the kind of pygmy scales are better for that. But I think it's still personal preference. But a lot of what you hear, like a lot of those kind of handpan meditation type things that are kind of doing the rounds on YouTube right now, like the extended 1 hour things. A lot of those are often on pygmies and low pygmies and Nordleesies, however you pronounce that scale. So yeah, Christine is ready to jam along on a D chord. So let's get the D chord out and let's jam. All right, Christine, and anybody else who wants to jam along. I'm gonna get a little groove going and be free to play around, and then I'm gonna throw some chords in there at some point, and I'll tell you what they are so you can play. D chord gang, let's go, Eric. Jam with me. Oh, I don't have that camera on. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna turn that camera on. Keep jamming. It might be zoomed out, and I don't want to show some things on camera in my room. So I'm just going to adjust it again. Hey, Jim. Alright, if you want to jam with me, I'm going to play D minor, C, B flat, and A minor, like this. D minor again, now C, now B flat, now A minor. And you can just play around however you like. Hey, Nancy. And if you don't know what those chords mean, you can just play left hand side, anything on the left, and now play any note on the right, and now play any note on the left, and now play any note on the right. And we're jamming. bit. Hello. Just getting some practice in while we jam. Alright, let's bring it back to those chords. We've got D minor, D minor, across to C, again, over to B flat, and now to A minor. Now D minor, over to C, B flat, A minor, D minor, 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 C, B flat, A minor. And you've probably got it now. Big rock ending. Yay! Thanks for jamming with me. Yeah, I know that feeling, Jim. Digging in deep with a D chord. I've been digging in deep with the C sharp pygmy, and I'm neglecting all of my other pans, except for the chord, because I do use the chord to teach. So yeah, everybody else has been getting kind of mad. If there are any other handpan scales in the room and you want to jam along, let me know. And if I've got one to match, I will get it out and we can play together. Thanks, Hugo. Who else is here? Avery says D-curd sounds like a fancy dessert. I think there are probably some other handpan names that lend themselves even more to fancy desserts. What handpan scales do you think sound like fancy things? Desert Rose sounds like a fancy dessert. What else is there? My mind is going completely blank now. Thanks, Andy. Hi. Yeah, let me know what other scale names you think are funny. I haven't really got any here that all my scales are the same. I've just got pygmies and low pygmies. That's all I've got. I'm gonna get a low pygmy out. Why not? I know I said I was here today to practice on the pan that I'm touring with, but oops. I also do need to practice with this instrument because it's a little bit sad. It's got a little scratch. All of my undersides end up with scratches. Sorry, Handpan. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I'm still learning the chords and notes on this instrument. So I'm going to get my cheat sheet out. If anybody is interested in knowing how I learn how my handpan works, I was taught by Rose Bergonzi on a plane one day. The way that she does it. The way that she does it is like this, kind of. This is my version of it. Figure out what scale my handpan is, like kind of real life music wise. It says it's a low pygmy, but that's just handpan language. That's not music theory language. So I'm like, oh, that's an F minor scale. I write out the F minor scale. I'm missing a B flat on this scale, but that's okay. And then I figure out what chords are in that scale, and then I write all of the chords down. And then I've got this cheat sheet to just refer to. So I've learned, I haven't at all. I keep learning the chord shapes. I keep spending like an hour with it and then not picking the pan up for a week. So I kind of learn all of this and then don't keep going with it. And then I have to do it again. So I've been kind of stuck with this. I've had this pan for like months now. But I'm still stuck with this page in front of me. So I really need to, it's not going to happen in the next month because I'm going away. But it's good to at least keep it a little bit kind of, a little bit in my brain. Hi, Sarah. So we've got F minor, A flat, B flat. Everybody's here. Hey, Mary. What am I doing? I got distracted by nice people. See? watch you. Hi, Rosie. I'm still learning, still kind of hop, skipping, and jumping over things every now and then. I was just showing everybody, Rosie. I was just showing everybody your this, and telling them that I'm still using it to figure out this handpan, because I spend time learning it and then put it away for a week, and I still don't know the notes on this instrument. Marius asks a good question about sound quality. I'm glad that it sounds good. Thank you. That's good. Good internet, I think, probably for a start. I'm working out of an office that has like super duper uber broadband. I'm not even plugged in to the Ethernet. So fingers crossed that is helping. And I also have, so my setup is, I have a video on my channel called Studio Tour somewhere, and it's a studio tour. believe it or not. And you can kind of see everything. I've cleaned up the studio a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to show you that right now because I haven't cleaned the studio. And I have various wet garments lying around my room because I got caught in a hailstorm on the way here, of all things. It's April. A week ago, it's not April, it's March. It's nearly April. A week ago, it was like blazing sunshine and I was out in a t-shirt. Today, I got caught in hailstorm. So bad that my feet were actually hurting because my shoes got so full of cold water. So things are drying. Luckily, I had spare clothes. Anyway, I digress. So what I have is my microphone is a condenser microphone. It's an Audio-Technica AT2020. And you can pick those up quite cheap. I'm not sure. I think this particular one is discontinued now. But you can get either USB versions, which I've heard are really quite good. So you could just plug straight into your computer easily and stream with that. This one is not a USB version. It's XLR cable because obviously I'm doing a lot of recording and using other mics as well. So that's going into an interface called a Focusrite Scarlett thing. It's a 8-channel interface. I have 4 things plugged in all the time. I have this microphone, and then these aren't on at the minute, but I have 2 of these, one here as well. And then I also have a bass mic. I have them plugged in permanently so that whenever I'm inspired and I'm just jamming and I want to record, I can just kind of pull the mics up, press go, and do it, which is amazing. So that's that. And then for the picture, I'm using a Sony something camera. It's a Sony. It's similar to a ZV-1, but it's not a ZV-1. It's the same thing, but you can switch out lenses. So I've got an expensive lens on it. Don't know what it is, can't remember, but I watched a load of videos on YouTube about how to have good talking headshots, and lots of people recommended the same lens, so I bought it. So I'm using that. That's got like a dummy battery thing in it, so I can have it plugged in all of the time. That's plugged in with a HDMI cable into a switcher, which allows me to do this. And this camera is a Sony ZV-1. I've got that mounted on a big pole on my ceiling. And then the switcher is plugged in via USB to my computer, so it works as a webcam. And so then when I go on YouTube Live and it says, what webcam do you want? I choose the Blackmagic Design A10 Mini Pro, which is what this is. I select my interface as my microphone, and then I just go. Yeah, which is amazing. It's like really easy to just kind of turn everything on and just go for it. But it took me months to figure it out and make it work. I had a lot of help from Peter Levertov, Handpan 360. If you haven't come across him before, check him out. Watch his videos for the handpan tutorials, but also for the quality and the studio quality. It's amazing. He taught me a lot. And was it last year? 2 years ago, I think? I spent some time in his studio and kind of shadowed him as he was setting up to record us and some other people who were around and make some videos. And I kind of just watched his every move and helped him do stuff. And along the way, he explained things and showed me all his little trinkets and things that he used. And that was just, yeah, taught me everything. Yeah, Edward, when I'm outdoors, I use not a Zoom H6, I have a Zoom H4. Same thing, I guess, just slightly less expensive, probably. Zoom H4n Pro. But somebody asked me in a comment, maybe not here on live, maybe it was somewhere else recently, if the H1 is also good. And so I use a Zoom H1 and H4 even, and either this same camera that I'm using right now. So the video, if you saw the video I released yesterday, Somewhere Only We Know on the Handpan, that was filmed with the camera that I'm using right now by Rosie. And any other outdoor videos that are one shot and live, that's with the Zoom. Marius asks, do you use sound? No, I'm not using any software right now. I know people who do. I don't really know how that works though. You'd have to like run it through a software and then select that software as your audio in YouTube. I'm not really sure. No idea. I have occasionally used OBS for live streaming. That's really good. It's free and very powerful. It's a bit of a learning curve to learn how to use it, but once you figure it out, it's amazing. And it's good for recording stuff as well. Rosie and I recently filmed a video reacting to our videos, old videos, which I haven't edited yet. But we used OBS to be able to screen capture ourselves, have us in the corner, have it all kind of pre-edited straight away. And now I can just go in and chop it up, hopefully. Yeah, Eric, the mic that I'm using is a Zoom H4N Pro. It's like a little, I don't have it with me. It's like a little field recorder type thing, like a dictaphone, but better. Similar to what Edward was talking about, the H6. I have a video all about filming outdoors as well. You can find that on my channel. But yeah, I'm glad it sounds okay. That's good news. Oh, I usually record these sessions and sometimes put clips out using OBS, which I'm going to do right now. I forgot to do that. Just in case I say something that's like gold, which happens rarely. And then I can clip it and use it as a YouTube video. Ta-da! Sharing all the secrets. However, doesn't seem to want to work. Not sure why. No, I guess I'm not doing that. The sound is working, the audio is not working. See, you ask me these questions and for advice about recording and technology and stuff. That's actually my I make videos daily. I spend time in video editors and sound software daily. But most of what I do, I look it up on YouTube how to do it. I don't actually really know what I'm doing. Hey, see you, Marius. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's practice these chords. Hmm. Starting to settle in a little bit now. Any tips for choosing between an F2 low pygmy and an 10 and an F sharp low pygmy 10? I mean, the two pans are exactly the same. They're just a semitone apart. It's the same scale. One's just slightly higher and one's slightly lower. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Depends if you have like any other kind of musical hobbies or pals. It might be easier to jam in F minor than F sharp minor. I'm not sure how true that is. I think they're both they both have a lot of sharps or flats in them. I think, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's really personal taste. Both of those pans, for me, it doesn't really make a difference. I think I would probably choose F2 just because it's a deep pan. So if you're going to go low, why not go all the way low? So rather than getting an F sharp, why not just take it that half step lower and get an F? That would be my thinking personally. But yeah, entirely up to you. I think you'll get the same amount of joy out of both of those scales because they are essentially the same scale. Yeah, it's a good one to start with. The only thing about pygmies, is it true for pygmies as well? So this is a low pygmy. I also have a pygmy. They're different scales. Confusingly named. Is that pygmies and low pygmies, they're beautiful and they really like, especially with the specific extensions and the kind of the layout of the bass notes, kind of what's the most common extension. They really do lend themselves to meditative playing. And I've definitely fallen in love with low pygmy more now that I've got an extended low pygmy. I used to have a 9-note low pygmy that I sold last year for this, and I never really played it. And now I play this a lot more. Not enough. I don't play it enough, but I'm starting to really fall in love with it. It's just a little bit awkward. The chord shapes are just a little bit awkward in pygmies. They're all kind of like the F minor, which is the key that this is in. That one's okay. It's this. It's a little bit split up, but at least you can quite easily play it. And then you've got the A major, which is this. Fine. That's fine. I guess it is okay. And then C. And E flat's kind of awkward. And then D flat. I don't know. I just find the shapes just to be a little bit, especially for like kind of grooving with. I think this is why it's taken me so long to get to know it. I don't find it as intuitive. Now that I've spent half an hour with it. It's starting to be a little bit easier now, but I just don't find it as intuitive as something like I've got a sabai next to me. A sabai or a kurd. The reason these are so easy is because the chord shapes, 3 notes in a row, 3 notes in a row, 3 notes in a row, like 3 notes in a row, and then there's a couple of chords where there's a split, but it's just so much easier to make those shapes. Except on a sabai, the root chord, chord 1, the main chord that you're going to use the most, is this. That is the most awkward shape for a chord 1 to have ever existed in Handpan land, probably. Especially if you want to incorporate the ding, which you probably do. Don't love that. Chord 1 and a D kurd is much easier. So my kind of first couple of main scales were the kurd and the sabai. So I was so used for so long, I was so used to kind of most of my chords being these simple 3 notes in a row shapes, which is why the kurd, for instance, is really good for beginners. And then I moved on to the pygmy, and those shapes don't work anymore. Those shapes don't work, and you have to kind of relearn it. And I had a pygmy for years, and I never properly relearned it. And now that I've done it the kind of rosy way, and I can see it visually laid out, this has really helped me to learn the new scales. I did it with my pygmy as well, my C# pygmy. And it's a game changer. But yeah, it took me a really long time to wrap my head around, handpan scales really are different, obviously. But yeah, they're a little bit awkward at first. But once you figure it out, it's all good. Hi, Phil. Good to see you. Yeah, I've just been jamming with this Afro pygmy, because I don't jam with it enough. Because I got this, and then I got the C# pygmy, and the C# pygmy kind of took over for a while. Yeah. No, I'm not packed. I haven't packed at all. In fact, I'm going on a family Easter weekend tomorrow, just for a couple of days, and I'm not packed for that either. So I'm gonna go do that. Come back, then I've got one full day to get my together and figure out what I'm going to take. I know what handpan I'm taking. That's the most important. And I've done these kind of trips before, so I know. It's been a while though, but I kind of know what I need to bring. I think we're getting tired. Okay. Any instrument requests? I'm in here for an hour, but I am procrastinating doing real work, so it'd be great if you could give me more things to play. I don't want to do real work anymore. I don't want to do real work. Nuh-uh. I don't want to do real work anymore. I've been edited for so long. Editing, 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 editing. Also, if you've got any requests, I've been putting together some like compilation videos that are specific routines for certain skills. So if there's any certain skills that you want to learn, let me know, and I'll put those videos together. Basically, I'm kind of handpicking existing videos on my YouTube channel. But I found now that kind of when beginners arrive, especially, and they're like, "Oh, I tried this video, I tried that video, but I don't understand it." And it's like, "Oh, that's because you need to go in this order, really." But on YouTube, you don't really. It's not as easy to. You just kind of search handpan tutorial and you get what you're given. So I'm starting to compile extended videos with chapters of my existing videos that kind of can guide you through in a specific order. So yeah, if there's any specific skills that you're wanting to figure out, let me know, and I'll make a compilation specifically for that. Handpan Phil. Did you call yourself Izza in Master the Handpan after? I don't know who Izza is. I don't know who that is. I called myself Izza because there's somebody that I have seen on YouTube called Isabel, who's from Denmark. I have a couple of friends from Spain called Isabel, who I refer to as Izza. Also English people called Isabel. I just thought it was a good kind of like generic European name, Izza, because there's a lot of European people on Master the Handpan, on the Master the Handpan village. So that was my thinking. I was like, okay, I need to go for something that like people are gonna think I'm one of one of those people floating, or just anyway, didn't work. People thought I was French. Definitely cannot speak French. There you go. She sang with Manu. Yeah. I think maybe I have come across that. Cool. All right. I'll look it up again. I didn't know that was her name. He's done some really cool collaborations. And it's inspiring. Speaking of collaborations, I've got a new tune coming out on April the 9th, I think. Yeah, 9th of April. So that's like a week from now or something. It's a collaboration with Entangled Mind, who is a producer, electronic artist based in Boston, US, who does kind of like liquid bass, chill but cool music. I don't really know how best to describe their music, but it's really cool, and I'm a big fan. And we collaborated a year or so ago. We've released a track together before that was super chill. It was with the Ravs and some kind of really minimalist beats. And then I went over a couple of years ago and we spent a month together writing an EP. And it's taken a while for them to come into full fruition, but we're finally releasing a single. And that single is actually going to be on their full album. It's not I'm just featured on that one track, but I'm really excited about it. And the song is the handpan tune on it is Orbit. It's a snippet of my piece Orbit, which was the first handpan tune I ever wrote, 10 years ago. And I never, there's a video of me playing it on YouTube somewhere that's called I Got My First Handpan. And I taught it in my dojo course, but I never released it as a song on any of my albums or anything. So it was fun because the process of recording together, we spent like a couple of weeks or maybe just like a week being like, all right, let's get loads of handpan tracks down. And we were kind of, figuring out, we made like a couple of kind of organic, kind of, I don't know electronic music genres. I don't know. Anyway, we made some like cool different, experiment with different genres and stuff and different time signatures, and we made a bunch of stuff. And then we were like, oh, we need one more track, and we couldn't think of anything. And then I was like, oh, I have this one tune that I've never done anything with that's quite it could really lend itself to quite a catchy, cool electronic piece. And I recorded it, and oh my goodness, they've done really cool things with it. The didgeridoo, bonkers. Like, one thing that I really like about Entangled Minds music is that she's really good at like ear candy, like all these cool things going on either side of your brain. Big fan of that kind of thing. So there's a lot of that, a lot of like ambient sweeps and movement, takes you in lots of different directions. An amazing drop that is just makes you go like that. So I'm really excited to release that. And I'm supposed to be doing a video to go alongside it that I was going to record today. So I'm glad we talked about this, because I've forgotten about that. I'm going to practice it. Why not practice it live? You could be the first people to see it. Yeah, we don't have a pre-release or anything, but I'll be sharing it around when it comes about. Yeah, so my video idea, right, for this release, I'm really excited about it, but I don't have it yet, is this, and I'll let you guys can play the game. Guesses in the comments. So it's this piece. Kind of like old school handpan vibes, you know? And so yeah, that's the piece. But the video that I'm going to release to launch the single is going to be that piece in the style of different handpan players. So I'm going to try and practice it, and I invite you to guess which handpan player I am pretending to be. You do it here, and then if you do get it right, and I say that's correct, when I do release the video, don't give the game away. Don't you be commenting on the video before other people. Actually, no, I think actually when I release the video, I'm probably just going to put their names in it. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so here's the original. Whoops. Ready? I need to practice that. I don't have that down. Maybe I'll just do something like so. You got it. Okay, next player. Shana. I'll give you a clue. No, I won't give you a clue yet. Keep guessing. Oh, Phil, you're so good at this. Dan McQueen. I learned this little shuffle from Dan's course on Master of the Handpan. This. He taught this kind of little thing as part of a groove. It was really cool. Can't remember which groove it was, but I recommend finding that if you're in the academy. It was awesome. Not Laura. Laura would be like some kind of like cool like Brazilian groove, like I don't know. I don't know if I can play that. Laura's grooves are insane. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should practice that. That was a good guess though, Nancy. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that was Dan. Habe and Dan. Okay. Next one. This one's maybe more tricky. Don't know. Let's see if you get this one. I have to know how to do it first. Any guesses? Not Malte. Malte would be like Maltese would be. It would be like, yeah, there'd be some kind of arpeggio thing happening. Hey, Rosie's here. Checking in backstage. Go catch Rosie. There's no chance now. She's only got a couple shows left. Rosie's currently in Romeo and Juliet playing music. Not Nadiana. Wow, Nadiana. Good guess. I want to try and do Malte now. Hang on, I'm getting distracted. Be something like that, but slower. It'd be something like that probably, but with a knuckle knock in there. We've already had Dan. Dan was this. Something like that. That would be Dan. Loads of fills. No, so let's go back to the one you haven't got yet. It's just, I can't do it. It's too difficult. I'm not very good at these chords. Not Change of Colours. Good guess. Not Constantine. Not Ma. Ma would be more kind of cabaret-ish. But with lots of little like tinkles. Maybe like this. Something like that. Yeah, the Mar does a lot of tickles. Mar, I can't pronounce the name. Yeah, no, still don't have it. And there's a big stinking clue popped up in the chat earlier. Not Warren. I feel like Warren would be more rhythmic as well. You're closer with Ma. close, very close in style, very close in style. Yeah, Moomy, actually, this could be a good Moomy impression, I think. Not Alex. Not Maya, but also close. That's a good guess. Nancy's getting close. There was a clue in the chat. There was a clue in the chat. There's a big clue in the chat. You got it! It's Rosie! All of these arpeggios, these full arpeggios. Right? Maybe I'm just not very good at playing like Rosie, I guess. But I feel like her style is like, she played a lot of like marimba and that kind of thing, so you can really hear, she plays the full chord like all the way up and down. Maybe I should have done this. And then maybe some like disconnected melody. Maybe I need to practice that one a bit more. I feel like because it's a little bit close to my playing, I have a tendency to want to throw in those like little flams that I tend to do a lot of, and then it ruins it. Okay, next. Well done, go team. Well done, Nancy. Next player. Next guess. I do want to master the multi though. I feel like I should put him in it. Okay. Okay, so we have to adjust the scale a little bit for this one. I'm not very good at this one. How are you gonna guess if I can't play it? It's hard. Hey! Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah. More. No, it's not your Phil. It is. It's David Cookerman. Well done. Well done. It's David Cookerman. I was typical. He loves a Hijaz scale. It does, David. And he loves a good Saidi. All those Middle Eastern grooves. Yeah, that was my best David Kuckerman impression. Okay, next one. That was technically the last one. None of these are now going in it, but I'm just having fun. Okay, you ready? Any guesses? No, not Manu. Okay, I'll give you another clue. This will give it away. Come on, you've got to have that. You must know who that is. Yeah, the other handpan. The other handpan is an Isabai. It's quite a rogue choice. It is Nadejana. Nadejana, because he sits with like 3 handpans and he does his nail rules, and you think you know what key is in, and then suddenly jazz is happening. And it goes crazy. Not Archer. Archer and Trip would be like Archer and Trip would be basically the same, but in 5 or in 7. They do a lot of like how would I do that in 5? Would that actually put it in 5? I feel like I'd have to give it like a really solid like groove. I'm not very good at odd time signatures. Can you guess what I'm counting there? In terms of the Jahan's Takatina stuff? Yeah, Takigamala. Yeah. What am I counting here? Oh, I learned on my handpan. It's gonna out tune. I don't know if I can actually then move that around. I'm playing it terribly. That could be why it's hard. But if you just listen to just this groove, think about the phrasing. I think that's right. I'm trying to count without saying out loud so you don't guess it. Close, close, Phil. You're very close. No, not quite. Okay, I'm gonna say it out loud. Ready? Gamala taki taki 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 gamala taki taki. 7. Difficult, but this is fun. This is a good exercise. Thank you, Nancy. Rosie, should you be on stage? Should you be playing? Stop it. Stop breaking the rules. have I done? I hate the old version now. This is better. I wish I was actually. You know, it's funny actually. Samantha Archer was one of the first handpan players that I saw and was like, oh my goodness, I want to be her. And I remember seeing them play it at Hangout UK maybe 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, and just the love that they had for each other, it was palpable. Their connection on stage was incredible. And it was the first time I'd seen it, and like Sam as a general musician is incredible. Her woodwind stuff is incredible, but handpan playing is just like I think it gets overlooked a lot because she's such a good clarinet player and flute player, and Jahan usually holds the groove, and he's so good with his complex time signatures and his taccatina stuff, and he's a really great teacher with all of that. I think her handpan playing gets overlooked because it's like, oh, Sam, she's a great singer, she's a great this. But oh my god, if you see clips of her playing solo, the technique, like the push and pull of like really going for it with intricate technique, but actually really holding back and leaving space, so much space for emotion. And it's just really inspiring. I'm really inspired by her playing. She and Mumi were the first, I think because they're women as well. And I was like, oh my God, women can do this too. Because for years before that, I'd been watching, you know, Daniel Waples, Hang Massive, Yatao, all these male players doing all that kind of stuff, and thinking that that was what I should be doing, just hence writing this song, right? And then I saw women play, and I saw Sam sing, and there was a video of the two of them on their sofa session playing The River is Flowing. And it's a beautiful session. I recommend looking that one up. Really nice. And they're both singing. The river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing back to the sea. Mother, I'll carry me, a child I will always be. Mother, I'll carry me back to the sea. And I remember watching that video. They were playing it on C sharp. I think Amara's even, maybe. No, there must have been Anasiscus. There must have been Kurds. They were playing it on C sharp instruments, which I think got stolen in the end. So I remember watching and being like, I want to play that. I had a Kurd, which was like exactly out of tune with what they've got. So I would watch and then kind of pause it. And then I would play it like this. River is flowing, flowing and growing. And then I'd be like, river is flowing. You know, trying to put percussion in and stuff. And kind of, learned that I could sing and play handpan at the same time, which obviously for ages I was just playing it just as a like doing instrumental stuff. But I was also playing guitar and singing. That was my main thing. I used to gig a lot with that. And then I discovered I could do that. And then I did Billie Jean. And that kind of blew up. And then I discovered the handpan community thanks to that video. So thank you, Sam and Jahan, I guess. They've also been amazing, amazing friends to me. And supported me a lot. In fact, Sam... so Sam's dad was the maker of Asiel handpans. I don't have an Asiel now. My mum has it. I gifted it to her when I got this Kurd. And I went to a women's gathering that she'd organised. It was my first. I'd been to hang out a couple of years before that, or a year before that, with my boyfriend at the time. Didn't really meet anybody because I was really shy. And so then I went to this women's gathering. I was just like, I'm just going to go. And I just learned to drive. It was on the opposite end of England. I didn't know anybody. I was terrified. And at this time, I still had huge social anxiety, believe it or not. And I just went because I just felt like I had to be there. And everybody else who was there was also in the same boat. They all had just gone, oh, I need to be here. Some people didn't even play handpan. They just kind of somehow ended up there. And so I met Sam there, and she gave a workshop, and someone asked the question, how do you know if, what you're looking to buy is a good quality instrument? How do you know what to buy? How much to spend? Blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me and she said, can I use you as an example? And I was like, okay. She picked up my instrument. She was like, Amy knows that this handpan is shit. Not this one. The one I had at the time, I had a not very good handpan. And so she'd, I think, then had a word with Michael of Asiel Handpans, and said, look, I played a little bit in a sharing circle at that gathering, and then I performed at Hangout in the cafe. I did some guitar stuff and some handpan stuff on this little tinny handpan. And then Michael had seen me play. And no, actually, that year I was performing with Man, the taiko stuff. They were playing taiko. And I think our set caught a lot of people's attention because we had a massive drum on stage and we were the opening act. So that was helpful. And yeah, Michael was like, look, dude, you could be really good, but your handpan is holding you back. I want to make you an instrument. So Sam and Michael kind of really jump-started my career, I guess. I never would have been a professional handpan player if I'd have just carried on with this. I was perfectly happy with just one instrument. I'd had it for like 4 years, just pattering away. And I only performed at Hangout because I wanted a free ticket. Like, I wasn't trying to be someone or, make it. I just wanted to be at this gathering and couldn't really afford it. So I asked if I could perform and they were like, yeah. So yeah, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Michael. Legends. It helps to be surrounded by amazing people. Recently, those amazing people have been Duncan and Marketa. Duncan, who builds Meridian handpans, Marketa from Maya. They are my housemates and supporters. Duncan supports me with instruments. It's nice that I also get to support him with content and videos. I'm always in the workshop, going next door, asking for, I need this scale for this student, or can I record with this, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, sure, I'll interrupt him in tuning sessions. I'm like, can I just borrow? Yes, fine. So he's been a huge support. He's amazing. Marketa has taught me a lot. They're the people that are really holding me up at the moment. And David Cookerman as well. What a treasure of a human. Oh my goodness. He is amazing and a huge support. I love that man so much. He's put me in touch with the producer. He's the one who's been helping me. I got to fly out to Berlin and record in the studio and arrange a song, and that's all thanks to him. And he's adding percussion and giving ideas and all this stuff. He was the one who kind of put my face on Handpan Dojo. He was the first person who kind of, or one of the first people who saw my YouTube videos and was like, there's something happening here. Do you want to teach on my platform? And I was like, oh, I could do that. I'm good enough for that. Thank you. So he's been amazing as well. And bringing me out on tours and that kind of thing. Peter Levertov taught me how to do the YouTube thing with the cameras and everything. Honestly, it's just Handpan people are amazing. They're just like, you could be good, but you're not there yet. But let me help you. It's great. Native American flute. That's a great idea. You should talk to Nancy Wagnuka here in the comments. She plays flutes, and her wife builds them. So you should totally totally connect. In fact, Nancy, we have a track somewhere of handpan and flute. If you can find that, you can link it and let Phil see it. I'm just checking my phone because I got a text message. I just want to know who it is. Oh my goodness. My text is from Rosie, who is doing a plank in the middle of a show. She's literally working right now, and she's up to shenanigans. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, Orbit, but in 7. I'd start to improvise some vocals, but singing in an odd time signature is next level. All right, I think we've probably exhausted that now. That's cool. I'm gonna add outro and shit to the. Oh, I wanted to do Malta as well. Okay, but I'd have to slow the whole melody down, wouldn't I? That's surprisingly quite difficult to do the Yatao style. Maybe I would just have to commit to the melody. I'll have to work on that one. But I could fit in with it as well. Yeah. Phil has another question. I have started playing in the dark to get used to note placement. It's a good idea. Doesn't just be a waste of time. Should keep that. Totally. I play with my eyes closed often. Actually, I think busking helped me with learning note placement because people would walk past and want to know what's happening. And I quickly learned that I had to keep playing, otherwise people would approach and want to tap it, and would often do that with like rings on their hands and just, whack it. So I kept playing while speaking to people, and that meant that I wasn't looking at the instrument. So I had to learn the placement. I do that a lot on YouTube as well. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a brilliant idea, but you can just close your eyes. Hey Andreas, I'm coming to. No, I'm not. I'm lying. That says Austria. Of course. Andreas, good to see you. I am coming to. No, I'm not. It's not in Austria anymore. It's in Germany this year. Wild Naya. I'm not coming to Austria at all this year. I've been here for 2 hours. How has that happened? I should go. I should probably go and record this video, actually. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been fun. Cool. This is my final stream for a while. I don't know. Maybe we can make something work while I'm away. Who knows? Probably not. I'll probably be busy. Yeah. Thanks, guys. The videos are going to keep coming every Monday, hopefully. I'm thinking about sharing more music. I have lots of music that I would love to share and put out. Compilation stuff and brand new stuff as well. Some collaborations with Rosie and some just, good old-fashioned tutorials. But yeah, have a good weekend, everybody. Everybody who has bank holiday weekend, have good celebrations with your familam and your friends. Thanks for hanging out. This has been fun. Thank you, guys. Yay! Okay, all right, gang. And also, thank you for those of you who donated. That was very, very kind. I appreciate that a lot. All right, awesome. See you. I am gonna go and be upside down on the other side of the world for a while. Bye, gang.